Hello everyone and welcome to morning coffee break. Well, I knew it was just a matter of time before I got it, but poison ivy, see the old calamine lotion. I was pulling up some, I don't know when it was a few days ago. I pulled up some weeds or something. And I remember saying to myself, well, that doesn't look like poison ivy. It could be poison oak. Because really I get poison ivy a lot worse than this. There may be little bumps I don't see yet, but I just was scratching, didn't even think about it, was scratching my arm, and I looked down and I was like, oh no, I know what that is. So I used to get it real bad. So I think it could be poison oak or poison sumac, because if it was poison ivy, chances are I'd have a lot more of it. Or maybe I'm not as allergic to it anymore. I don't know. But anyway, it's just things that happen when you work outside, And today, I'm not for sure if we're going to do it. The yard isn't as bad as it was last time, but it's going to be hot today. We're supposed to mow any time now. So we may talk ourselves out of it. I don't know. It depends on how much rain chance there is tomorrow. Anyway, today's Saturday. Well, tomorrow's Sunday. I don't know if we'll mow on Sunday or not. It's hard to pick a day. It's so hot. Right now, it's already 72, which isn't real bad. But and anyway, today's Saturday, September 3rd, and the high though is 87, and with the humidity, it's horrible. And the yard's wet. You can't mow it when it's wet, so we're gonna have to wait till like this afternoon, which means it'll be even hotter. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Chance of rain 40%, 76% humidity, no wind right now, and 72 air quality is moderate. Today, I haven't had one of these in quite a while. I did a garden update. I was harvesting a few things and working out in the garden, and I thought, I haven't done a garden update in a long time. So I did one, and working towards my fall garden now. Last night, I waited till late, like after 7, to get the green beans. Got another mess of green beans here. And what else did I get? Hold on, let me see if I got anything else interesting. So I finally got one more tomato. There was another one out there, but the chipmunks got it. And they had eaten part of it, and it's on the driveway, in the driveway in front of the garbage cans. And I just left it for them. Then later on, I went back out, and more of it was gone. So they're enjoying that, I've had plenty of tomatoes. I think I can spare a few. But anyway, here's a yellow. This one's a yellow one, obviously. Got that. And I got one of these big Berthas, and I was going to wait till it turned red. Look how huge these are. I mean, they're really big. Something was wanting to start to eat on it right here. So, because it was being pulled towards the ground because it was so heavy. It was pulling the plant down. And, I was waiting. You can tell it's starting to try to turn. It was wanting to turn red, it looks like. So it may turn red, but, just sitting out like this, but I didn't want to take a chance. I've been watching this for a while. I didn't want to take a chance in something eating this, and having to throw it away. This here we can cut out. It's just a little place, but I didn't want to go out there and it be half eaten and have to throw it away. And I got another one this big, almost this big out there. They get really big, and I don't know why they're shaped funny like this. They just are. It may have been because it was against the house. It was in kind of a bind, but then the heavier it got, it started pulling it down. And I could have got a bunch of banana pepper. I just got a few. We had some in the salad last night. And this is one of the varieties of eggplant, and you don't let them get much bigger than this. This is just the way they are. But they're really good. And then I got other ones that get bigger around, but they're curly, like they're curved, like. And then of course the black ones are like the ones you see at the store. So I don't know if I got anything else or not. I think we used some, we used some stuff in the salad. Of course, all the cucumbers are gone now. I pulled them up, and there's some kind of bug, and it looks. I've seen pictures of it before and read about it some. It looks like a yellow ladybug, but they're not ladybugs. They're not, and that's what's been eaten on it. The June bugs did some damage to the green beans, but they didn't really torture those plants. These, once I started picking the beans, I could see them, and so they were pretty. I would have had to spray them, but I knew this would be the last time I got any. Some of these we'll have to probably throw away. They got like little places you can see, or cut it off, cut this part off or something, or just throw it away. But if I had seen them on there and it was still halfway through the growing season, I would have had to spray. But I try not to spray anything. I really want my stuff to be organic and everything. I hear a bird out there. Seed went up for birds so much it's ridiculous. It was $5.99 for a 20-pound bag of the cheap stuff at Kroger. It's $9.19 now. They went from $5.99 to $6.99. Then they went from $6.99 to $9.19. That's a weird price, but that's what it is. I can't pay that for 20 pounds. Because all I could do to buy it for $6. I just have to throw them some bread out there every now and then. They can find food in the summer. It's really in the winter they have trouble finding food. So anyway, I was babbling on. We had, I asked Joy what she could have, what we could have last night that wouldn't bother her where she broke that tooth, because we had subs the night before and she had a hard time with the bread. And, because it's sensitive, it's on the front. So she wanted hamburger steak, mashed potatoes, which she made, and she also made the salad. So we had, kind of like a little steak dinner. But Logan and I, she just wanted steak sauce on hers. Logan and I had, I bought some gravy, which you'll see in the upcoming grocery outlet haul. I brought some beef gravy, I think it says on it. Either this is beef or brown gravy. And we had their little cans, So Logan and I had some gravy on our steak, or hamburger steak, and the mashed potatoes. And the salad, that's sunflower seeds on top of it. So it doesn't look like a whole lot. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't look like a bunch there or anything. I mean, well, it is a lot of food, really. If you'd have put the salad on the plate, it would have been a full plate. We like our salad in a bowl, though, usually. But it was really, really good. Like a home-style meal. And she didn't have any problem. She didn't, I don't know if she ate everything in the salad. Yeah, I think she could have eaten everything. I'm not for sure what she had in hers, but she had a salad. And she didn't have any trouble with all that. Mashed potatoes, that's always your go-to. If you're either having stomach problems like I used to, all the time, cramping all the time from my Crohn's disease, and flares, and I would eat bananas. There's three things: bananas, mashed potatoes, and rice. If you're ever in bad shape and you can't eat, but you got to eat something, that's the three things I ate. And I think a lot of people do. Okay, and tonight we've got, I don't know if we'll put this one in it. I got a couple of the black eggplants, but tonight we're going to have, and this pepper might be good in it too right here, roasted vegetables. What it is, I call it my smoked sausage bake. I made it a while back, and you just put whatever vegetables you want in it, and sausage. You make them like roasted vegetables. I put them in a bag, like I did the potatoes, the French fries. Put them in a bag, and I think I'm going to sneeze. I hope not. I've been sneezing. I have trouble when we're mowing and after mowing. It stirs everything up. It just drives me crazy. Sneezing. And I've sneezed up to 4 times in a row. Usually it's 3 times. That time I sneezed twice. But usually it's 3 times. So yeah, I called it smoked sausage bake. Like I said, you just put your oil. I probably use olive oil. And then all your vegetables in a bag. And I go ahead and put the smoked sausage in there too. And get it all, everything coated to where it'll crisp up good. And I think it just helps the sausage for some reason. But anyway, we're going to have that with eggplant. We got a zucchini. I don't know if we're going to put that in there. We got these little red potatoes. We got some Brussels sprouts. Got green pepper if I decide to put that in there. And onion. So it'll be, all in one baking pan. Won't have to fix anything else to go with it. So it's really good. I think we're going to have some rice, though, this time with it. Some of that rice we got from Grocery Outlet. It's so good. Okay. So let me find today's tidbits. Okay. Here we go. Zimbabwe moves 2,500 wild animals due to drought. Wow. And I like this picture. We love elephants. I'm going to keep this picture. I might use it one morning for morning coffee break. Zimbabwe has begun moving over 2,500 wildlife from a southern reserve to one in the north amid a drought. 400 elephants, 2,000 impalas, 70 giraffes, 50 buffaloes, 50 wildebeest, 50 zebras, 50 elands, 10 lions, and 1 pack of 10 wild dogs were moved to Sapi, Matustanha, and Chizarira conservancies. They were moved as habitats got dried by drought. How in the world do you move 400 elephants? Oh my goodness. All of them. How do you get all of them together and move them? How do you catch impalas? I can't imagine what that was like. That's crazy. Fall foliage adorns North Alaska's landscape. Northern parts of Alaska have started witnessing fall foliage in recent photos showing plenty of striking colors spread across the landscape. Experts say that the fall colors have arrived a little earlier than normal in the region this year. The yellow and orange colors are caused by the lack of sunlight as the daylight hours reduce. And I like that picture too. I like fall pictures. I'm going to keep that one. Well, hello there. Hello. What are you doing up? You must be hungry. You woke me up twice last night. Kitty. Kitty. She woke me up twice. Hungry, hungry, hungry. Now this is really crazy. New image by James Webb Telescope baffles astronomers. Look at this. That's crazy looking. An image of a distant star captured by the James Webb Space Telescope in July was released recently, and it is puzzling astronomers. The star WR140 can be seen to be surrounded by regular ripple-like circles. However, they are not perfectly circular and have a square-like appearance. This has prompted speculations about possible alien origins. What do they do? Make some kind of thing around a star? Maybe that's for free energy or something. 60 to 80. I think it's some kind of glitch or something myself, but it does look weird. I mean, what do you think? It does look weird. Aliens. 60 to 80% favorable weather forecast for Artemis 1 launch. You know, they put it off to go to the moon. NASA will make its second attempt in a week to launch the mega moon rocket Artemis 1 from the Florida Space Coast Saturday. The launch window will open at 2:17 p.m. when the weather will be 60% favorable for liftoff. By the end of the 2-hour window, this will improve to 80%. If the weather affects this launch, NASA will try again Monday evening. Now, you can't be too careful, you know. Okay. Let's find nice news. There it is. I remember Sunday, it kind of tells things about the coming week. But I always find something to read about, how NASA describes images for those who are visually impaired. While the images from NASA's James Webb, it's funny they have something about this too. James Webb Space Telescope are most definitely stellar. The alternative text descriptions accompanying them are truly out of this world. The main purpose of visual descriptions is making images accessible to people who are blind or visually impaired. But NASA's alt text, produced by a team at the Space Telescope Science Institute, is so detailed that it offers additional information that everyone can benefit from. It's been really heartening to see how much this has touched people. Tim Ruth II, the principal informal education specialist at the STSCL, told the Washington Post. We do it because we want to make astronomy accessible to everyone, and his team has done precisely that. Katie Durden, a software developer and accessibility activist, lauded NASA's efforts after the first James Webb photos were unveiled in July. Durden wrote on Twitter, "As a blind person who has had dreams of doing astronomy since I was 6, thank you to whoever not only remembered to write alt text for this, but did so in such a beautiful way. I'll likely never know who you are, but you touched my heart this day. Alt text writer." That's pretty cool. Fire-resistant wooden cities could cut carbon emissions by 100 billion tons. Wooden cities. How is it fire-resistant if it's wooden? We'll find out. Fire-resistant wood may sound like an oxymoron, but it's very much a reality. And if you put into widespread use in towns and cities, it could potentially prevent 100 billion tons of carbon emissions through the year 2100. While most new homes are constructed using concrete and steel for their strength and price points, those materials carry a substantial carbon footprint. So according to the authors of a new study published in Nature Communications, the solution is engineered timber. Made by cross-contaminating layers of wood, the timber chars but does not combust when exposed to flames, and could help prevent fire in a less direct way as well, Reuter reports. If the timber replaces concrete and steel in urban development, more of the small trees that spark devastating forest fires would have to be cut down to create it. Well, that's... Through the study's author stressed that the wood should not come from untouched forests or biodiversity conservation areas. Co-author John Schellenhuber said in a statement, "The key challenge for global sustainability is the deep co-transformation of land use and construction. If carefully integrated, these two sectors can remove and store crucial amounts of carbon from the atmosphere without jeopardizing food security or biodiversity. This could become the climate solution we have been desperately looking for." Oops. What did I do? Okay, here's one. Oh, the first man to circumnavigate the globe wasn't Magellan. That's what I've always heard. John Sebastian Elcano's name is unlikely to be found in history books outside of Spain. Instead, in the entries for the first person to circumnavigate the globe, you'll likely come across his former boss, the explorer Ferdinand Magellan, followed perhaps by the English Admiral Sir Francis Drake, who completed his voyage 60 years later. But it was Elcano who actually made landfall in the last surviving vessel of a once 5-ship flotilla. On August 10, 1519, the Basque-born seafarer set off from Spain as part of Magellan's expedition to find a westward route to the Spice Islands. Magellan successfully led his crew across the Pacific Ocean, but was killed after arriving in the Philippines. 3 of the ships had been destroyed by that point. When the 4th was forced back to turn back for repairs, Elcano helmed the final vessel, the Victoria. Finally, in 1522, after a total of 45,000 miles, and with just 18 surviving crew members out of the original 285, oh my gosh, he returned home, where the King of Spain presented him with a shield featuring a globe bearing the Latin words Primus circumdestis me. You were the first to encircle me. Wow, I never heard that before, so I learned something today for sure. I wonder why it's not in the books like that. Okay. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed today's tidbits and nice news. And that's going to be it for morning coffee break. I sure hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day, and check out my garden update later on. I do a harvest in it, not a huge one, but some nice stuff. All right, everybody, we'll see you later, and God bless.